Hello, welcome along to your weather for the week ahead from the Met Office, and quite an interesting week of weather it should be as well. If we start off by looking at the bigger picture, you can see high pressure to the north, low pressure to the southwest, and this week is going to be a bit of a scrap between these two weather systems. Eventually the low will win out as bands of showery rain on these weather fronts push their way northwards. And as the low squeezes up against the high, the isobars push together, suggesting at times it's going to be quite blustery. So often windy this week. There'll be spells of rain as well. But if we rewind the clock and see where our air is coming from, you can see that with low pressure here, the winds will be drawing up the warm air from the south. Quite warm at the moment across France, and the warm air coming up from Spain, Portugal and France will affect the UK. So if you get between these weather fronts and a bit of sunshine by day, well, it really will feel quite mild. So I've talked about a fairly mild week, but actually if we rewind the clock once more and run through day on day, we start on something of a chilly note because the wind's fairly light on Tuesday morning. Not just chilly, but also misty, murky with a few fog patches likely, particularly parts of Northern Ireland, southern Scotland, down into the Midlands, parts of Wales as well. A time of year where the mist and fog could take a few hours to clear, so certainly the chance of some fog for the morning rush hour. Most of Tuesday, though, looking dry and bright, the odd shower across the far northeast and perhaps into the southwest. But generally, a day of sunny spells and with much lighter winds compared to Monday across northern England, Northern Ireland and Scotland, probably feeling quite a bit warmer. The winds, though, will pick up across the southwest late in the day. The cloud increasing here as well. We'll start to see some of these weather fronts encroaching and pushing their way northwards during Tuesday night. And actually, these weather fronts could provide some quite heavy bursts of rain as we head into Wednesday, a possibility of the odd rumble of thunder too. And that band of showers initially across the southwest and South Wales will spread northwards into the Midlands, Northern Ireland, eventually into Northern England, perhaps late in the day even into parts of southern Scotland. To the south of that should turn a bit drier, maybe a little brighter as the day goes on, but it will be a windier day once more. And overall, a much cloudier day on Wednesday compared to Tuesday. But look at the temperatures in the south, getting up to 18, maybe 19, perhaps 20 Celsius. Cooler on these eastern coasts with the breeze starting to pick up here, bringing in cooler conditions from the North Sea. Another little low then joins in and pushes northwards on Wednesday night. Need to watch this one. The isobars could really pinch together, suggesting some very strong winds and an unusual direction as we head into Thursday morning. And the weather front's bringing bands of rain northwards as well. Some uncertainty about the timing of these rain bands, but this one certainly could bring a fairly soggy day for a good part of Scotland. And then something a bit drier and brighter in between. And this is when we're looking at those temperatures really jumping up. If we see some sunshine with that warm air, maybe getting over 20 degrees in a few places. The winds, though, could start to pick up once more in the southwest as another band of showers then approaches as that low continues to generate these bands of showers moving in across the country as we head towards Friday. And again, the isobars suggesting it will still be pretty windy, a slightly different wind direction. More gusty winds coming up from the south along these western coasts with bands of showers spiralling around. Don't take the detail at this stage too literally for Friday, but anticipate there will be showers coming and going through the day. But again, with a bit of sunshine, temperatures certainly in the southeast could be knocking on the door of 20 Celsius easily. And elsewhere, again, temperatures still will be well above average because the air is still coming up from the south. By the time we get to the weekend, that low is kind of fizzled out, although another one is generating in its place. There is a little bump in the isobar, suggesting a little ridge may bring many of us a fine and dry day on Saturday. For details of that, though, make sure you stay tuned to the forecast, or why not subscribe to our YouTube channels, and then you'll never miss one.